Deep in the heart of the forest, under the shadows of enchanted trees, lived our small but brave friend, Zippy. Zippy was a magical airplane glowing with pastel colors and sparkling neon accents. With a wide, cheerful smile on its face, Zippy looked like a tiny, futuristic jet. Its little wings gleamed, but its heart was the biggest in the whole forest. One morning, as Zippy gently glided over a shimmering lake, tiny forest animals climbed onto its back. Bunny Pofi, our little squirrel Lilo, and Zumi, the glowing butterfly. They all settled happily on Zippy's back. As Zippy soared low over the lake, we could see dazzling reflections on the water's surface. We weaved between giant moss-covered trees, circling glowing mushroom-covered rocks. The morning sunbeams filtered through the mist, dancing softly on Zippy's pastel wings. Suddenly, we reached a giant tree with glowing magical symbols carved into its bark. Forest mist wrapped around us as colorful butterflies danced in the air. The lake reflections shimmered like a fairy tale. Behind us, Zippy left a sparkling trail, like stars falling from a dream. When Zippy flew high between magical waterfalls, the sunlight kissed the water drops, painting rainbows across the sky. Moss sparkled on the rocks, and it felt as if the whole forest was breathing. And there we were, riding on Zippy's back, right in the heart of a dreamlike adventure. That afternoon, Zippy took us to the glowing lake. The sky blushed in shades of pink and orange, and the lake's surface turned into a giant mirror reflecting the silhouettes of ancient trees. Zippy glided gracefully above the lake, passing over floating glowing lilies. Among them, tiny firefly fairies danced. It was like discovering a secret world upon the water. Soon after, Zippy soared through clouds, dancing in the sky, and gently dipped toward the lake. The moment it touched the surface, shimmering droplets scattered. Even the splashes seemed to glow. Forest creatures along the shore waved at us with joyful cheers. Zippy's glowing trail turned the sky into a magical road. Then, Zippy took us to the lost forest path. We held our breath as we passed through a narrow canyon lined with glowing plants. Vines sparkling in the mist seemed to wave us on. On the other side, we saw a hidden trail glowing softly on the forest floor. Zippy flew low, weaving through enormous golden-lit leaves. From above, the path looked like a glowing ribbon stretching into the heart of the forest. And then, Zippy led us to a secret portal. It stood surrounded by ancient stones etched with shining symbols. Leaves floated in a magical breeze, swirling around us. As Zippy flew through the portal, its sparkling trail seemed to wrap us in a gentle embrace. The next day, Zippy took us to the Sky Garden. Yes, really. Floating islands drifted high in the sky. They were covered with radiant, colorful flowers, and we soared among pastel-colored clouds. We circled one of the floating gardens. It overflowed with rainbow-hued blossoms. Glowing creatures fluttered around us, and Zippy's wings shimmered brightly in the daylight. Far below, the enchanted forest watched us in peaceful silence. In the Sky Garden, we flew through archways made of glowing flowers. With the first light of dawn, floating leaves and petals swirled around us. As Zippy spun in loops, we burst into happy laughter. Finally, Zippy returned us to the heart of the forest. We landed softly in a clearing where forest animals, glowing fairies, and our friends gathered to welcome Zippy back. We all celebrated together. Shimmering lights hung from the trees, and everyone cheered with joy. During the celebration, Zippy traced a glowing circle in the sky. Colorful lanterns floated around, following Zippy as if dancing in the air. The whole forest joined in the joyful dance. At the end of the celebration, Zippy gently settled onto a soft bed of leaves. We all gathered around. Tiny glowing specks floated gently through the night air as Zippy smiled warmly and rested. This journey with Zippy showed us something special. Sometimes the most magical adventures happen when you follow the light in your heart. Together with your friends,